But you made a good point. I don't know if you mentioned it before about like how it shouldn't start with psychedelics, the foraging mission, right?
I really
At the end of the day, what do you think about that?
When you're foraging, you're looking for food and medicine. That is the definite. These are two things that aren't water. You need food and you need medicine sometimes. So that's what I think the main goal should be, is not just to learn how to go find 2 kinds of psychedelic mushrooms in your yard. Learn the entire food group. Learn everything that's out there. There's berries, there's leaves. There's one of the coolest things I found when I first moved to Florida. There's a plant called American Beauty, and it has these weird little purple berries on it that are just shockingly psychedelic purple. And they don't taste that great. Yeah.
Yes.
You can eat them, and they have a sweetness to them. I heard people make wine and some other stuff.
You can eat them.
But you can literally, while you're getting attacked by mosquitoes and no-see-ums because you're out in the woods, you can grab the leaves of that and wipe it on your face and hands, and the bugs are gone.
That's right.
It has some I think they're called catechins, but it's
a native bush.
Yeah, and you can't store the chemical either. You could try to extract that or do whatever you want to, and it will degrade very quickly over time.
You're
but the bush is right there. So
I love that about living plants. Exactly.
So I think that's
it's less intrusive. It's not being processed and shipped from wherever they get from, right? It's like this is growing everywhere.
Right. And they're also trying to sell you these things at a lot of nurseries and a lot of other, this stuff's outside. It's already there. Half the stuff
you
go
see them on the trails.
All of this stuff exists in nature already.
We could put pics too. It'd be cool. Beauty. Yeah,
it would be
berries.
Cool. We should throw some up of, like, we could do the mushroom hands over here. It looks like that.
So tell people about it. You were just getting into the lands of those. Like, what are some other things that excite you? Because you're right. It's the whole spectrum of food and medicine, and it's tuning into that. What else excites you about that?
Foraging in general.
Yeah.
I think that and I hate to ever bring up COVID, ever, because that makes me shut off a podcast when somebody starts talking about it. But we all went through this thing where
we did.
You went into a store and half the crap was gone, and they tried to completely change your mind about not only that you couldn't trust stuff from the outside, you couldn't shake people's hands, you couldn't pick fruit.
It was weird.
You couldn't do anything. And I don't like humankind that much. I think that most of the information we're being fed is pretty much lies in order to profit off of us or to control us.
It does need to be said. No one likes to talk about it, but you're exactly right.
Yeah,
we had
foraging, I take that power back. You know what I'm saying?
We take that power back.
I take that power back. Finding medicine, I do this research, and I read my farmer's almanac, and I go through my foraging books, and I watch videos on YouTube about people that are actually doing it.
Yeah.
I hang out with people that have their own gardens and that have their own chickens and have their own cows. And I have literally been a part of the farm to a degree where, okay, that's the lamb, and you feed that lamb for 6 months or something, and then someone has to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a comfortable thing, but that's how it really is. That's how really life is. You don't just go to McDonald's and buy a chicken and think that wasn't a chicken.
Yeah.
It's a different thing when you have to kill the chicken. Nobody wants to talk about that stuff.
We're in the garden. It's existential.